Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show with your favorite holistic health coach, Carrie Kay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show with your favorite holistic health coach, Carrie Kay. I have Cynthia on today. Cynthia and I met through Empower Me TV. We're very excited to be on there. And so I want to welcome you to the show, Cynthia. I want you to tell us just a little bit about yourself and then just a few minutes about what it was that you had gone through that helped you create Dream to Rise.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for for inviting me here and being a part of your podcast. And yes, I am truly grateful that we have met and got connected through Empower Me TV. It's a great blessing. So about myself, I'm blown away by that I have founded and now the CEO of Dream to Rise. A best-selling author, an international speaker, a podcaster, and I have my mastermind group wherein we meet every week. Monday, we discuss, and the main purpose of that is to help the members rise and shine. I was also in my dark bubble for actually 6 long years when my husband passed away due to a massive cardiac arrest after his second restraining order and was blamed by his family because of the stress he got. And that was the thing that made me stuck in my dark bubble for how many years? Why? Because of fear. Fear that I'll be judged, fear that I'll be rejected by people, fear that I was a failure. And you know what? I just want to share with you my story. I've been married for 23 years, and we've been blessed with my two beautiful children. My daughter now has a family of her own, and my son, who's 35, and my son is 29. And I was subjected to domestic abuse while my daughter was only 5 months old back home in the Philippines. And I convinced my husband to move here, to migrate here to the United States so we could give our children better opportunities and at the same time work on our relationship. However, it turned out to be the other way. He was on two restraining orders, and the first one was when I initiated it when he hit me while I was driving. And 10 years after, when he was hitting my son continuously. And it was my daughter who initiated the call to call the police officer, and my son even requested for a 2-year restraining order, a permanent restraining order. And that was the time wherein I have told or advised my children that, you know what, this 2-year period, I know your dad loves you so much and would still want to connect with you. And it was hard for them to connect, but then it was good that when they graduated from high school and college, they for me, that was a first sign of forgiveness within the family. And that guilt that I was carrying was kind of heavy because it stopped me from engaging with people. It stopped me from going back to the gym, and I felt that there was no more value in my life. I was depressed. But when my son asked me, "Mom, will I be going to college?" and it stopped me, and it was like a slap on my face because I was focusing only on myself, and I forgot about my son who needs to go to college. And when I asked him, "Where would you like to go?" he asked me, "Is it okay to go to Culinary Institute of America?" Being a single mom, a single earner, just a program assistant at the World Bank, how will I be able to afford letting him finish college there? And just to give you an idea how much the cost of the tuition fee was, it was 50,000 for first year, 60,000 for second and third year. So where will I get the money? That's again the fear, the limiting belief that, oh, I don't have the money to send him to school. So I tried convincing him to change course, change program, but he was not happy. When we visited CIA, that was the time I saw him really a big change on his face with a smile from ear to ear, super excited, and started visualizing himself living in that campus and after graduating. So, as a mom, as a parent, the only thing that I can do is to support him, support our children, because they deserve to live the life they love. They deserve to create their own dream. They deserve to live their purpose. So that's the main reason why uh, I took that uncomfortable action of going out of my comfort zone, because I know there are opportunities waiting for me and also for my children. 4 months during the restraining period, I would like to share that I've been convincing my children to connect or answer or respond to his text messages, because I know he still loves the children. He still loves them and would still want to connect. It was difficult for them to respond to his messages, but after his restraining order, the children just is about to graduate college for my daughter and high school for my son, and I felt so much joy when they invited him to attend their graduation. That means forgiveness is taking place within the family. And but after 4 months, my husband passed away due to a massive cardiac arrest. And the worst part was we were blocked off by their family and some common friends, because I never shared my story. They only heard his story. So up to now, 11 years, they have not connected with their grandchildren and even the aunts. So I felt that guilt within me. Imagine they were blaming me that I was the cause of his death because of the stress he got from the restraining order.
Mm.
And I got stuck in that dark bubble for 6 long years because I was scared that I'll be judged. I was scared that I was a failure as a mom and as a wife. But there was one that I stopped connecting with people. I stopped even going to the gym. As a mom, as a parent, the only thing that I can do is to support him, support his dream, because he deserves to live the life he loves. He deserves to live his purpose as well. He deserves to live his dream. So when he graduated, he was able to. You know what? Before that, how was I able to manifest? A lot of things happened which I couldn't explain. I've been trying to apply for promotion for another job. Suddenly, HR offered this GE readiness program. GE is the analyst position. I was a program assistant. So out of 850 plus who applied worldwide, 25 were declared GE ready, and I was one of them.
Oh, what an
And
awesome story.
yeah, and then suddenly one HR admin called me asking for my availability if I would be willing to be interviewed. Of course, I've been wanting to be interviewed and get promoted. And then I told her, you know what, I can't seem to remember applying for this position. And she told me, you know what, we only got 6 to be interviewed from the 25. And I got the position, not even applying. And then another person advised me, why won't you downsize? So I listened to action. So I sold my 3-bedroom townhouse and moved to a 1-bedroom condo. save me 50% of my monthly mortgage. And then someone advised me, why won't you apply for grants and scholarships? We're not eligible because I work for the international organization. But it so happened during that time, my son just got his citizenship. So we were able to apply for grants, and instead of paying 50,000 for his first year, we only paid 11,000. Those were the manifestations which I received from God. The only source, during that time when I was in my dark bubble, it was only God that I had that relationship, who gave me so much strength and so much hope. And he was able to finish his course, was able to work for 2, 3 Michelin star restaurants. He was able to travel to Tulum, Mexico, and Australia to gain experience. But due to COVID, I requested him to come back, but he became a farmer. Becoming a farmer, he told me that it would be a great experience to have background on agriculture. So as a farmer, he also educated children, basic farming and food systems, at the same time moms how to prepare dishes from the local produce harvested from the farm. So he tried to connect the community and the farm so both may benefit. And he is now advocating sustainability in the food industry. And after that, he became a sous chef again in a farm restaurant in Vermont, and now to Fresno, California, as a chef. A brigade chef, managing 15 schools, training staff,
Wow.
and how to prepare meals from scratch rather
So,
than serving.
so Cynthia, I'm just blown away by your story. So you went through so much. I want to talk to our viewers a little bit about, the abuse that you went through, the dark times, the dark bubble that you talk about. You went through all that and it was so very difficult, but it sounds like as a mother, you were able to pull your children out of that and they were able to grow up and become such beautiful people, doing really amazing things. So you're saying that God he's always there with us. So explain to our viewers a little bit, if people are abused and they're going through abusive situations, what advice would you have to help them? You stuck by your family, you even stuck by your husband, you even forgave your husband for
Yeah.
everything that you had gone through and your children went through. And then unfortunately he did pass away, but God used that whole story to help others. And so now what do you do to help others with your story, to share with especially abused women? There's a lot of women out there that cannot leave their relationships with their husbands. They don't feel safe enough to do that. So how did you walk through all that, your forgiveness?
You know what? I used to tell myself I used to be a warrior. I always worry about what's going to happen, and what if I do this and so on, all my fears. But because of that journey, I turned out to be a light warrior. I focus on my 4 major areas of my life: health and well-being, because for me that's the basic uh, foundation for me to succeed. If you focus on your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, you will surely have that positive energy to relate well with other people. You have that confidence to even connect with people. Now I'm able to connect, collaborate, and even support each other because of that. And then when you have that confidence as well, you transmit that positive energy, you're able to they're able to mirror that back to you. So you're creating that ripple effect as well, and you perform better. So being a light warrior for me, I'm able to spread that light, the light which was given to me by God. We always tell ourselves, "Oh, I only have a 10-watt bulb of uh, s- uh, 10-watt bulb. But that 10-watt bulb is, if you put it in a dark room, still has a spark of light. And
Oh,
that is
yeah.
your gift. That is the gift given to me and to all of us by God. What we only need is to discover that gift and develop it. And when try to change it to a 2000-watt bulb, I don't know if there's a 2000-watt bulb, but how can you change that to a 2000-watt bulb? Try to overcome all those limiting beliefs, all those, let go of the past pains, l- uh, overcome those fears, those paradigms, and set boundaries also. Self love. Make sure that you take care of yourself. And when I always make sure that the 2000-watt bulb is not only situated in a room, make sure that that bulb is positioned on a lamppost wherein all the people traveling in the dark may be guided by your light so they can also reach their destination, and that is their dream.
Wow, that is just amazing the way you're talking about that. My last guest that I was talking to said that you wake up in the middle of the night and you have this night light, right?
Mhm.
And it's just barely putting off a little bit of light. When your body is being healed and you're being healed, it starts out as that little light, right? but
Mhm.
then but then at the end, it's football stadium lights that
Yes.
you have on. And I love that analogy of what you just said. That is so important. And so with Dream to Rise, let's talk a little bit about that, and how you discovered what you wanted to do to help other people with this amazing coaching program that you have.
Well, because I know a lot of people are going through the same journey, all the troubles or the challenges and struggles I have gone through. So I would like to, as what I've mentioned, I would like to be a light warrior for those who are stuck, because I want them. Now after experiencing my journey, I felt that I am now stronger. I am now more confident, more creative, more resilient, and more compassionate by spreading love. And now I'm committed and passionate about fulfilling my mission, which is to uh, help people, help people create the dream that by design, not by default. Because most of the time we create our dream by default because of the constrictions we have surrounding us. The wars now, the problems here in the country, the fears, limiting beliefs. But we have that power to create the life we love if
Mm.
we only believe in God and if we only believe in ourselves, because God created us to fulfill his mission. We don't know what his plan for us. I have gone through this journey, but I never imagined myself to be a life coach. I never imagined myself to be an author, an international speaker, or a podcaster. Never. I'm always scared to be in front with people, to do public speaking or what. And I only write essays, not books. But I was able to write 4 books now. But it is because God has a plan for me. Someone even asked me, Cynthia, if you're going through the same journey as before, would you uh, go the same way? But I told him, you know what? I won't be the person I am right now if I did not experience that journey before.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. That is
Mhm.
so true.
Yeah.
So you've written 4 books.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the 4 books that you have and how we can get
Actually, the
those.
first solo book is My Journey into Becoming. That's my story. At the same time, what have I done to overcome all those obstacles in life? the tools which I used. And then the second one is an anthology, Dream to Rise from Darkness into Light, wherein I had 18 more co-authors who shared their adversities in life, was able to rise up and evolve, and now making an impact on others. And the other two are I'm a co-authors, Overcoming Self-Sabotage, and then the other one is Rising After Abuse. And Dream to Rise anthology became the International Impact Book Award last year. So
Yay!
yes, I'm so happy because it focuses on God's love for us. How did He really made us the person we are right now after that journey? But as I think I've always mentioned before, I am being guided by the motto, ora et labora. It's the Latin word for prayer and work. We, God does not give us everything on a silver platter, but He connects us with people who would help us solve our problem or give us strength to push or to go through those struggles in life. So I always believe you need to pray and work. That's ora et labora, prayer and work. You won't be able to, you need to work, of course, you need to pray because you ask for God's guidance, God's blessings, but you need to take action. And that's what I always tell them. Without action, nothing will work. If I did not took that uncomfortable action because of fear, I won't be here.
And look at how many people you've been able to help, Cynthia. So tell us about your podcast in the last few minutes that we have left. I'd like to know more about your podcast. And then I want to tell everybody too that you're on Empower Me TV on Roku, along with Living a Healthy Lifestyle show. And we're growing. We have like a lot of people that are following, and they're getting their stories. And so you just need Roku, and you go to Walmart and buy that for $15, and you'll see Cynthia's beautiful stories and her podcast. And so tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Well, I started my podcast because all of us, I think we're not exempted to experience adversities and traumas in life. We all go through struggles in life. But I would just like to spread that inspiration and to empower other people that, hey, there's truly light at the end of the tunnel. Despite all the struggles, God will be there along the way to build you up for a better future for you, for a better person, a better version for you. And so I always tell them that as long as you have your own purpose, discover your purpose, it will be a lot easier for you to manifest what you want to manifest in life. My vision is very simple: to spread sunshine and happiness to the people I meet, so this may create a ripple effect. I would just like to see kindness, compassion, love, and peace prevail here on earth. Because even though you experience struggles along the journey, if your you're focused and very intentional on your purpose, you won't consider those struggles as punishments or obstacles. They are blessings because they make you stronger. They make you see things in a better perspective, and you see things in a positive way. So just be happy and be grateful for what you have right now. Focus on that, because when you nurture positivity, then that will become a reality, because your thoughts becomes feelings, and your feelings becomes actions, and actions becomes results.
Wow. So this is what you talk about in your podcasts?
Yes,
And do you
yes.
interview anyone or you just talk about these things in your podcast?
I interview because I want their stories to be heard. How were they able to progress in life? Because a lot of people are stuck because
Right.
of those blockages.
Hmm.
But they should I ask them to share their story so that they could inspire others and empower others that you can truly live the life you love. Others are very are just hopeless. They feel hopeless. But if God is there with you, nothing is impossible. He will always make a way if there seems to be no way.
Amen. That is so
Amen.
true. So what
Yeah.
are you looking forward to in the future, Cynthia? What do you have coming up?
Actually, I have a scheduled, again, speaking engagement in Chicago this May, and also in November in Dubai. I was
In
invited.
Dubai?
Yes.
To know how to get some of those speaking engagements because I'm just starting my speaking career.
You might, if you're ready for May 8 and 9, I would love you to join us. I will connect you to the organizer.
Yes,
You're
thank you
ready.
very much. I'd love to go to Chicago.
Uh-huh. And also in Dubai.
Oh,
Why
in
not?
Dubai.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I was supposed to speak last year in Mexico, but before I was able to speak in Paris and then in Toronto, and then last year supposedly in and then Philippines as well. I was invited by the Rotary Club to speak and to talk about my book. But then last year I've decided not to travel, so now I'm starting to open myself up
Yay.
to speak more, to
Well,
spread more God's love for us so that we could spread that positivity to everyone. Don't feel hopeless. There's always hope as long as we live, as long as we believe in God.
yeah, the world needs that so much, Cynthia, and I just really appreciate all of your story and how, everything that happened to you. Some people, they have all this happen to them and then they stay stuck, but
Yes.
you're an overcomer and you overcame all that. And I know I'm an overcomer and I've overcome some things with abuse as a child and things that happened to me. It is a choice that
Mhm.
God gives us to pull ourselves out of it. And then don't you believe that he uses the ministry of what we went through? He
Yes.
uses that for the better good of others, to
Yes.
help others.
Mhm.
He uses our story to help others.
Yes.
So great. Well, go ahead and send out your information in case somebody wants to get in touch with you for Dream to Rise. That's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing. And the 4 books that you've written, are those available on Amazon and available for people to get?
Yes, they are
Okay.
all available in Amazon. And if they want to visit my website, it's dreamtorise.info, and you'll be able to listen to all my episodes, podcast episodes there. And then my inner circle, I have also my Dream to Rise inner circle. If you'd like to participate in this community, we meet every Mondays. I invite guest speakers. I try so much to add value to every session that we have, and we focus again on the areas of our lives: health and well-being, love and relationships, uh, vocation on purpose, and time and money freedom. So if you want to really grow, rise and shine, join us in that inner circle. And at the same time, also the podcast. Just continue watching out for the new episodes. And I'm so excited because I'm truly, really very grateful that I was included in the Empower Me TV.
Yes, isn't that awesome that we're both going to
Yeah.
be able to share our stories on there? Yeah. Well, I would be honored to join you one Monday night. and tell my story about what
Yes.
happened, how God saved my life. Thank you so much for being on Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show with your favorite holistic health coach, Carrie Kay. Cynthia, we really appreciate you today. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on Empower Me TV. We are also live on Kingdom Believers Network today on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube on Living a Healthy Lifestyle Show. And we thank you so much. God
Thank,
bless.
thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
All right, you too.